Alrighty, folks, welcome to the New Favorite Things podcast, episode number 35. Today we're going to talk about Mote, which is my new favorite extension slash add-on for all things communication between you and your students, between your students and you, giving feedback, collecting feedback, all that good stuff. So Mote is going to be a Google Chrome extension. So the first thing we need to do is put that extension on our Chrome browser. So you're going to come up and open a new Chrome tab, and you're going to type in Mote Google Chrome Web Store. And it will pop up with the Chrome Web Store, and you're going to add the Mote voice notes and feedback Google Chrome extension. I already have mine added to my Chrome browser, but you'll click Add to Chrome Browser. And then once you do that, you're going to start noticing a few of these Mote icons popping up in different G Suite applications. So let's talk about the first one. The first one is here inside of Google Slides. So Google Slides, about a year ago, they were able to allow audio to be inserted into these Google Slide presentations. So this is a really fast way to do it. Typically, when you go insert audio, you have to have the actual audio file inside of your Google Drive or that you upload onto your drive. But here inside of Mote, I can do it all in one spot. So I'm going to click on my Mote extension. You will have to go through and authenticate and sign up and do all those things. It's a completely free app. You can upgrade so that you get more than 30 seconds of record time. But I'm going to go ahead and click on my Mote icon here. And I'm going to say test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3. Mote's going to start thinking. I can trash it. I can play it to make sure it works. I'm going to go ahead and insert it. All right, so now my Mote audio has been dropped into this Google slide. So this is going to be great, especially for any sort of like remote learning situation where you have students that you're not able to be in front of immediately. You can go through and you can explain your slides or provide some additional audio. Maybe you're doing some sort of escape room, or you're doing a hyperdoc slash digital workbook, and you want to provide a little bit of extra background knowledge and you want it to come from you. You can go ahead and use Mote for that. I think Google Forms, the ability to integrate Mote is one of the most exciting pieces of it. So my mind goes straight to sight words. So there's not a really easy way for us to do self-grading sight words inside of Google Forms until now. I can go ahead and click on my Mote icon in Google Forms. And I'm going to say the word dog. Dog. Click done. And now it's going to drop this little link into my question. So I'll say, click below and listen to the word, answer the question below. So this doesn't really look kind here, but whenever I go in and I preview it, it's going to pop up with a little audio player. So for your students, when they're taking their test, they can click on it. And they can hear the sight word and then choose the right word. And again, in Google Forms, you can add things like pictures and all sorts of additional media. You can also, if your student has Mote, they can respond to an open response question using Mote. So if I come in here and instead make this a paragraph question and I preview it, so your student can listen to a recording and then create their own recording here. I click done. It gets dropped in and they submit. So now back on the teacher side, when you look at the responses, here you're going to have that Mote link. If I go in and I look at it inside of a Google Sheet, the collecting sheet, I can just click on that link. And I can hear what my students are saying. And then I think the best way to use Mote is going to be inside of Google Classroom. If you have students that are submitting things to you, you have the ability to give them private comments over here. And sometimes those private comment boxes, once you get a lot of typing, it's just not enough. So we can come in and we can make 30-second audio clips that we can go through and we can provide that additional feedback to our students. So I would click on my Mote icon. hey, you did a good job. Clearly, you didn't get letter C correct. I'd like for you to remember that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It's going to put in this little link here when I post it to my students. It's going to no longer be a link, and it's going to be a little audio file that they can click on. So this is a really useful tool when it comes to trying to be clear with our expectations, but also provide a bit of a human touch for our students, especially during distance learning or hybrid learning, however you're doing it. This can be something that provides a little bit of normalcy for your students to hear you again. I hope that this was helpful. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at GISD Tech 2 and at Coach Polano, and we'll see you next time.